Okay, we're back with another episode of Teas and Treasures, and I don't think that Gia is up for it today. Okay, sit down. Come on. Okay, there you go. All right, let's start. You know, in my last video, I don't think I mentioned the teaware that I was drinking out of, and that was a cup and saucer, once again, from T2. And that's not local. That's out of, I believe, Australia. And it's capital T, the number 2, the word T, T-E-A. This is also from there. They do beautiful, and they're not really pricey. I mean, I buy them when they have their sales, and they have phenomenal sales. They've got one going on right now. If you can see, even the inside of the mug has a little design. Just, they're really, really pretty. Their photos don't even do them justice when you get it in person. They have so many different products that they carry, different designs. Tea for 1, tea for 2. So you'd get your teapot with the 2 cups. I think I featured one of those in one of my earlier videos. But it's just beautiful teaware, and it's a lot of it is fine bone china. You can go into the material section and it'll tell you. Anyway, today what I'm drinking, Simpson and Vail. I love this company. It's like a love affair, you know. This is Jane Austen's Black Tea Blend, and it's really, really good. Black tea, and very simple. Black tea, spearmint, lavender flowers, and vanilla flavor. Now, you know, once again, like I always say, it's how it's blended. So this one, beautifully, you can taste the black tea, obviously, but not so pronounced. The spearmint is good. It doesn't overpower it. It's just really a great blend. The lavender is very light. So if you enjoy that medley of flavors, I would highly recommend checking out Simpson and Vail, and definitely this is under their literary blend. So they have a section of, well, they've got so many sections on there, like you could spend hours. But this is under their authors. They have literary authors that they've named teas for, and this is Jane Austen, but they have many others with great combinations. And they also have a blend for all of the national parks, which I have tried, are very good. I was just getting into those. I have to tell you, you know, it was a while, it was a little bit of a break for me with the episodes I was putting out because the holidays. But what I so got into, besides Tiesta Tea's Nutty Almond Cream, was this Harney & Sons Gingerbread Festival. This is black tea with ginger, cinnamon, and molasses. I just love this tea. I wish I could get it. Now, if Harney & Sons were to do this in just loose leaf, I'd be so happy because, you know, and it's not that I have anything against bagged tea because, you know, that's fine. But, you know, I don't, this is the sachet, and sometimes what I want is, you know, 1.5 spoonfuls. So it's kind of hard when you've got this sachets because it's like you have to commit to 2, which could be a little strong. Anyway, this is not a strong ginger. And I'm not a big fan of ginger. This is like having a slice of gingerbread. It's really, really good. It's excellent. But once again, I wish that we had an option and didn't have to get the sachets because, you know, everybody's measurement is different. And so to cut 2 of them to get 1.5 tablespoons, you know, depending on the size of your mug, it's a little bit, but I wish they would consider it. I mean, I looked and I didn't see it on their website, and the tin's beautiful too, you know. Really pretty tin, but like you guys know, I don't care about that stuff. I don't care how the tea looks. I care how it tastes. So, this is just really, really lovely. Okay. I would encourage you guys, if you haven't already, to go to Adagio and try their Bella Luna tea. And that's the one that comes out every, I believe, full moon. Yeah. This is a really good combination tea, and it has the bergamot in it, but it's highlighted by coconut and cream. So the ingredients are black tea, coconut, corn flour, natural flavor, but it has a coconut cream flavor profile to it with the bergamot notes, and it's really, really good. Once again, you know, it matters more how it tastes. It's a good tea. It's not strong or overpowering. It's very good. I'm sorry I quickly go through these, but I want to get you as much info as I can. Okay, I don't think I mentioned Harney, and yes, I did. I mentioned that in the video. Okay, so I've got too many teas sitting around here. All right, I want to mention also Magic Hour. I know I've done a review on they come in those dark, beautiful jars that you take the tops off of. That was in one of my reviews, but I did try one of her green, another one I should say, of her herbal green tea. Actually, I shouldn't say green tea. This is just herbal. It's not green. This is peppermint, organic roses, natural vanilla extract, and organic ashwagandha. And the peppermint is organic also. But when I tried this tea, it was really something worth noting. Very fresh, not overly with the mint. And I would really say, go onto her website and just try a few samples. It's really, really very well blended. She does a great job with it. And they're very relaxing teas. You know, one of the things I want to say, and I don't know that I might have mentioned this before, you know, I see on some of the threads people will ask different questions. You know, what is your go-to tea when you're stressed? Okay. I would have to say that if I'm stressed and I just want a relaxing tea, it always seems to be her teas. She has one, Child's Pose, I believe it's called, and it's just wonderful. I did do a review on it, so if you want to check it, it is in one of my previous videos. It's just a wonderfully relaxing herbal blend. And oh my gosh, I guess my little one has to take a potty break. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. It was nature calling my dog again. So she's all fine. Okay, so I was going to go over some empties. I wanted to mention too, I didn't do any of the Advent calendars because I just wasn't drawn to it, and I'm so picky, and I just feel like, you know, there were so many different companies coming out with them. There's so many little things I don't like in a tea that I didn't want to even bother, because there's so much you can buy, for me anyway, that I do enjoy, and I'd rather spend the money on teas I really like. So that was just me. And there are so many great YouTubers that were doing the tea that, you know, there's so many that were reviewing them. I would have just been one more. And honestly, I'm so picky, I don't know that I would have liked it. Anyway. All right, I mentioned Magic Hour, like I said. That was my last one I was talking about. I do have some empties that I want to go through. But before I do that, I want to make mention again. The company that I talked about in one of my previous videos was Smith Teamaker. And I now have tried their Morning Light number 25. This is really a good one. It was really good. It's just fully leaf black teas from India and Sri Lanka, rosemary, cassia, and natural black currant flavor. It really had a great blend to it. That you could tell that light fruit flavor came through on the back end of the black teas. Really a nice, fragrant, flavorful tea, especially for the morning. And then I think I mentioned too to you previously about the black lavender. This one is their number 14. I love that they make them numbers. It sounds so, I don't know. I like it. Full leaf black tea. This one is a glorious bouquet of delicate French lavender paired with exquisite black Ceylon and Lapsang Souchong, I don't know if I'm saying it right, teas, fruity black currant, and sweet vanilla. Now, I know some of you are going to get turned off because I mentioned that one smoky tea. But be that as it may, this, you can't smell the smokiness at all. And I remember when I've had this tea, and I have had it just this week. Now, the other flavors, the lavender and the blackcurrant, definitely come through, and you don't taste that smoky tea. Okay. So we're done with that. Now let me just go over my empties. Because I don't know how many minutes when I add the other video to this one, but this is one of my favorites by Adagio. The Raja Oolong Chai. If you like oolong and you like chai, you really want to check this one out. It's really good. It's the oolong tea, cinnamon bark, ginger root, cardamom, and not heavy on the cardamom. Chicory, cocoa nibs, natural spicy cinnamon flavor, and black peppercorn with cloves. Really a great, very well blended. It's really good. I've ordered that a couple times. August tea, which you guys know I love. I love the way they name their teas and so much about their teas. But this one I finished leather bound, buttered pumpernickel. Well, this is what it tastes like. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with the descriptions because I don't think they give it enough credit for really how wonderful they taste. Like, my one favorite, I think they used the word peat in it, that it tasted like peat, and I'm like, wow, that is not something that I get at all. But anyway, they're saying it tastes like buttered pumpernickel, molasses, semi-sweet chocolate, and Guinness. Feels like morning in an old library. Well, once again, I don't know. It's just, I like it. It was rich organic black tea with dark cocoa and caraway. If you don't mind caraway, caraway's in a lot of Jewish breads, different things like that. It's a unique flavored tea, and I thought it was delicious. Assam tea, organic cacao shell, organic caraway, natural flavoring. They have a lot of different ones, and one of the ones that I will honestly say is my favorite that August Uncommon Tea makes, and I will put this close to you so you can see, is the Black Lodge. It's got smoked bananas. I'm bananas for bananas. What can I tell you? I love bananas. Okay. The other empties. This was from the T2 breakfast. It was like a grouping of breakfast teas. Unfortunately, we can't get some of these breakfast teas in the U.S. on their U.S. website, which really disappoints me because my favorite T2 black breakfast tea is not this one, but it's Scott's. It's got it's black tea with some type of oats in it. It's just so good, but we can't get it here. I wish they would let us order it from the U.S., but for some reason. Anyway, this is Canberra, and this one was pretty good. I mean, it's black tea. This one has a little bit of oat flakes, which is probably one of the reasons I liked it. Cocoa husk, cinnamon, coconut chips, natural and artificial flavoring, rose petals, and vanilla. And this one was pretty good. And then I got this one as a sample. Their T2 eggnog. This was black tea, sweet blackberry leaves, natural and artificial flavoring, hazelnut, brittle, and nutmeg. This was okay, I'm not really a big fan of nutmeg, but I did have it and it was good. I like black teas. Okay, Necessiteas. She still, I believe, has this one on her site, possibly. Yeah, it was on there the last time, and I think it might still be available. So this is the Necessiteas. This is an herbal blend, Grandma's apple strudel. Okay, so she describes it as warm and buttery pastry notes combined with sweet cinnamon sugared apples, golden raisins, roasted almonds, and just the right amount of vanilla. She has in here, the ingredients are apple raisins, cinnamon chips, chicory roots, slivered almonds, vanilla, caramel, natural flavors. This one is really, it does taste like apple strudel. I'm going to be really honest with you. It does taste like apple strudel. And the longer that you let it steep, the more flavorful it becomes. She has a steep time of 5 to 7 minutes. I have taken some of her teas and I have steeped them 30 minutes. But not all her teas, just a few of them, just because but it's not that if you don't steep it for 20 minutes or 30, it's still going to taste delicious. It's just some of them I know I'm going to have a little later, or, I just let them steep longer. But this one is one of those ones that you might want to let it steep a little longer than 7 minutes. It's delicious, though, if you like apple strudel. She also has, this was a sample I got from her, empty, chocolate pear cake. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't try the sample for a while because I wasn't thinking chocolate pear. I'm not sure how that was going to work out. But I should have had more faith in her. It was great. And once again, it's a green tea here, okay? The combination of buttery cake, juicy pear, and a touch of cocoa rounded out with gentle spices, just heavenly. Well, this was really, really good. Green tea cocoa shell. These are the ingredients now. Green tea cocoa shell, crystallized ginger, pear, brown sugar flavors. This was really, really good. And when she does have it on her site, they sell out quickly, but I have seen it up there, so you can look for it. Chocolate pear cake. Okay. There's so many empties that I have piles of them, but I'm trying to pick ones that if I'm going to feature it or talk about it, I don't want you to go to the website and find out they don't have it, because I can't always guarantee that all these teas are going to be available. Hers are always not possible, because, she does do with just a certain amount, and a lot of people just check it constantly. Simpson and Vail, they're very consistent. Adagio is very consistent. Harney's very consistent. I think even with Smith Teamaker, But once again, remember that some of the other ones are there's one person running the whole company. She's doing it. And she does a great job. So you kind of got to be a little patient, and don't give up on that, because she's got great teas. Okay, and the other ones obviously are much bigger companies, and they have employees. Okay, TeaLyra Organic Strawberry Orange Sunrise. This was great. Just going to go through it quickly in case I might have mentioned it earlier, but this one has apple bits, hibiscus blossom, lemongrass, orange wedges, natural orange flavoring, and strawberry bits, tartaric acid. It doesn't sound as good as it is, but actually this one is really fantastic. And I definitely would not put any kind of creamer in this one. Even if it's a plant creamer or nut creamer, I wouldn't put it in, because this one does have a good amount of the hibiscus blossom, and I wouldn't want it to. You could try it. You could always just get like a little tiny glass of the tea and pour a little bit of your steeped tea into that, and then just put a couple drops of whatever creamer you use and see what happens, so you don't ruin the whole cup. But this is great, hot or cold, and I've had it both ways. It's really, really good tea. Okay, that's it. I think that's all I want to talk about right now. I've got more, but I'll have to make that another show. So until we meet again. Oh, here's my little treasure for today. I found this. I just love this. I'm not into RV buses, but I thought it was so cute. It says peace and love. Isn't it cute? It made me happy to look at it. So that'll be my treasure that I'm telling you guys about today. It was $5.99, and I got it at I got it at CVS, which is the equivalent of Osco in some areas, but that's where it was from. Anyway, okay, I'm all done. So I will see you in the next show. Have a good afternoon.